my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Garnier Skin Active AHA BHA Charcoal Serum, which contains a nice blend of AHA, BHA and niacinamide, which makes up to 4%. So this is a gentle exfoliating acid serum which should help to smoothen skin texture, regulate oiliness, unclog pores and reduces blemishes. And you can use this exfoliating acid serum in the morning and or evening daily, and you can use it on its own or along with other skincare products. Now, depending on your skin tolerance as well as certain treatments that you're thinking of including in this specific skincare routine, it may increase the risk of experiencing sensitivity. It does not have to happen. Again, it depends on your skin tolerance and maybe even how often you're going to use the individual products. So I'm referring to other exfoliating acid products. This may be exfoliating acid cleansers. This may be exfoliating acid leave-on products like toner, essence or serum, as well as exfoliating acid masks, and lastly retinol or retinoids. So if you're going to do those combinations, it can increase the risk of experiencing irritation, but it does not have to happen. Other than that, you're fine to use it along with any other skincare products. So if you're thinking of using this exfoliating acid serum along with other skincare products, what you have to keep in mind is the order of application. So I have prepared for you an example morning and evening skincare routine that's suitable for normal to oily blemish prone skin, as this is how I recommend using this exfoliating acid serum, because it does contain ingredients like BHA, niacinamide as well as charcoal, which are all oil regulating ingredients. So for the morning skincare routine, we are going to get started with washing the face, in this sense a non-exfoliating acid cleanser. After that, you can use the exfoliating acid serum, then leave it on the skin and let it absorb into the skin before moving on to the next step, which are going to be additional treatments that you want to include. Layer from the thinnest to the thickest texture, and then finally your sunscreen before sun exposure. So your sunscreen is an important step. Doesn't matter if you're using the exfoliant in the morning or evening, because the exfoliant is going to make your skin more sensitive to the sun, therefore you really need to protect it. As for the evening skincare routine, it can look pretty much the same based on the order of application. Just make sure to adjust your cleansing step. So if your regular cleanser isn't able to take off your sunscreen and or makeup, use an oil or balm cleanser instead, or maybe do a double cleanse. Then head into the exfoliant, maybe additional treatments, and then lastly your moisturizer. Now you can see what steps are optional, so it's completely fine to use the serum on its own as well if you should feel the need, if it does already everything for you, and then there you have it. Keep it as simple as possible. And so if you want to go over my example routine, you want to know what products that I have picked, I do not only have the example routines in my PowerPoint, but the products as well with a little description next to it, the skincare peeling guide on how you can avoid it, as well as a sunscreen guide. So all that information is available in the PowerPoint, which I'm going to leave in the description box down below. So now I want to keep my focus on the entire application, and I'm going to go with a very simple, straightforward skincare routine to keep the main focus towards the exfoliant. So we're going to get started with washing the face. Don't forget this step, it is essential, and I'm going to show it to you from the beginning to the end of the routine, because most people do not know or understand how important this step is. It is important to remove any excess oil, dirt and sweat from the skin, sunscreen and makeup, so that there's no barrier that can prevent your treatment from absorbing into the skin. And at the same time, if you're going to properly remove those things from the skin surface, it is also less likely to cause any sensitivity, because you kept everything clean. And so I'm going to use La Roche-Posay Faclar Gel Purifying Cleanser, which is suitable for normal to oily blemish prone skin. And you can wash your face above the sink or in the shower. When doing this above the sink, I recommend using a soft, clean microfiber washcloth, wet it, squeeze it out, and then use it to remove any last traces of your cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup. If you're doing this in the shower, this is not really necessary. And when using your cleanser with water, if you can, use ideally lukewarm water to warm water. So let's go ahead and get started. So now go ahead, take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove the excess water from the skin surface. So now once you're done with your cleansing step, you can immediately move on to your Garnier Gentle Exfoliating Acid Serum. Now when using this serum, my general guide would be use between 5 to 8 drops for your face and neck. For me personally, 5 drops are enough. And when doing the application, avoid applying it to your eyelids. Do not get it into your eyes and do not get it too close to the lower lash line, nor get it into your mouth. This serum contains a bit of fragrance. It isn't as intense, but I do want to emphasize it because if you have a sensitivity towards fragrance, you know that this may be not for you. Nonetheless, when it comes to the eye area, if you're sensitive to fragrance, you may want to avoid the eye area as well. Then rub your hands or fingertips together and apply it evenly all over. And so once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And so give it a moment so it can fully absorb into the skin and that it can get to work before layering anything else afterwards. Now, as an optional step, you can include your favorite treatments. Just keep in mind to what I recommend you may want to avoid in the beginning or depending on the sensitivity of your skin. Other than that, this would be now the next step after you have applied the exfoliating acid serum. And then after that, you can move on to a moisturizer if you should feel the need. Now, since we are working with a routine that's more suitable for normal to oily blemish-prone skin, look into a moisturizer that's lightweight. This can be a lightweight gel, this can be a lightweight lotion, so avoid heavy creams because you just want to add hydration to the skin. You do not need more oil, as this can make the skin look much more greasy and it can feel heavy on the skin. So I have 2 great examples right here. I'm going to use Geek & Gorgeous Hydration Station, which is an excellent moisturizer for normal to oily skin, and it is extremely lightweight. So use about a pea to a bean size amount and apply it evenly all over your face and neck. So about that much, more or less. Rub your fingertips together and then apply it all over. So, and once I've applied your moisturizer all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off, and then this is going to be the last step in your evening skincare routine if you want to include it. And so again, remember, sunscreen during daytime is important. Doesn't matter if you're using the exfoliating acid serum in the morning and or evening. And so this is what I wanted to share with you on how you can use this exfoliating acid serum. I do hope that you enjoyed this video, that you find it helpful. If you did so, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye.